Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 16 of my gameplay series on Willamina Forest. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome back. So sorry about my little not being able to talk in the intro there, but anyhow, we're going to work on creating a field here. I'm planting soy as I go about it because I'm not sure exactly the layout or design or how I'm going to do this here, but I think I want this more in line with that road, so let me do another row that way. Yeah, I think more like right along this line here. Let me get it. Yeah, right about there I think is what I want to get going for it. Oop, turned it off. There we go. So we're using our setup, fantastic. The reason I'm doing, again, I guess I could sell straw. I have a loading wagon, so I guess I'm not too worried about whether or not we get a straw crop or not. The only problem with this is I'm now going over what I already planted, so I'm just wasting seed. But that's okay. We're wasting soy seed, which is, for whatever reason, less expensive because it uses less. So eventually I will go around the edge too and just kind of clean it up a bit, but I don't want to go too crazy. Yeah, I think right about... Oof, yeah, it's kind of tricky to try to figure out how I want to set this field up. I think if that's our way that way, I want to go... You know what? Let's do this a little bit smarter. Let's back this up a little bit. Let's go into here, landscaping. Okay, change the shape. Oh, that's not going to help at all. Never mind. I was going to say, oh, I'll just make a little squared area. Never mind. Okay, we just got to wing it. Oh, okay, well, we will go off of... I think that's in line there. Yep, we'll try that and see what happens. Worst case scenario is it looks terrible and we have to redo it. That's literally the worst that could happen. So, I mean, that's pretty bad, but still. The edges are just the tough part. Once you get the edges down, you know kind of where you want the field. It's not necessarily that big of an issue. We probably won't get the full length of this field done yet. I'll probably just kind of go up to, shoot, maybe probably right about there. That's probably even a little too far maybe, but then I'll cut across and then we'll extend the field later on as we go, but we just want to get stuff growing right now to make us some money. Start using our new John Deere combine. There we go. That was pretty good. Yep, this will be one of the more awkward fields we get to create. How is that looking? Is that... Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. I'll go through and get these stumps out of the way in a bit here, but I want to try to get this going. Is that even close to looking okay on a map? That should technically be angled more that way, but that should too. That's a pretty good square off there. That, not so much. That original line was great, but okay, we'll probably cut over and then go down to that. Something like that. I mean, we're coming up on the edge here, so probably do some more forestry stuff before we get too far into this. So what I'll do is for now, I will just cut down this way. Yeah, I don't know why I'm starting to make the field yet. I probably should have maybe cleared a little more first. Got a little excited. But as far as everything else goes, sugar beets gonna be hopefully ready to harvest. It should be tomorrow, probably won't be today. Same with soy. Yeah, probably tomorrow, probably not today, but they will be ready eventually. I know this is angled, it's fine. I'm just gonna plant soy here and call it good. Yeah, it's okay. It'll all work out. It'll be fine, but yeah, oh boy. All right, well, I'm just gonna call it good here for a sec. Probably can do that to make sure it gets planted. Yeah, perfect. Turn off the allow create fields function on there. Okay, I'm gonna park this. Well, I'm just gonna drop off the seeding equipment here. Oh, nope, I don't want to do that. Well, I guess I do now, but the time I was not ready. Okay, so I'll go grab the brucks and the logging trailer, and actually I'll get this guy going. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep working on clearing this out and getting some more stuff, especially right around here is kind of what I need to focus on so we can get this field done. If I can get a nice little field in there, I will be happy with it. It'll probably be about the size of this field, maybe a touch smaller, but eventually we're going to extend it further back. So I might put a road. I actually thought about this. This road kind of goes here, and I could put a road along here since I'm not going to have the field over that far probably. If I put a road in there, I can kind of loop the road up here to the top to this one, and this one can keep going back. So I might survey the land a little bit more. Maybe we only make the field back to there, and then we make another field that goes this way. I mean, we could actually connect them up if we wanted to, but maybe make a field that goes this way. That way it's more squared off with the actual landscape, so it works out a little better. This is difficult to get fields at angles like that, but just because you can't use the landscape tool to kind of straighten them out. But yeah, so I'll start working on getting some of the forestry stuff done around here, and I think that's everything. We already added in our mod for today. The John Deere is standing by. I'm pretty excited to use this. You guys will be in for the first time we use it. Hopefully, I mean, I'm sure it'll be this episode, I guess, not hopefully this episode. Oh, I do need to sell silage. So today I'm going to try to get silage sold off, and then we can get rid of that bunker silo there. And then we will, yeah, just keep doing what we're doing. So that's kind of where we're sitting. So yeah, I'll get some of the forestry and some of the other mundane work done, and then I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, welcome back. So a couple updates. First off, I changed the color of our truck back. It cost, I think, $2,400 to repaint it, so I added that back in after. I also bought us this new back to here, and I painted it that color, so it would be for fuel. And I also repainted the other one that we had for fuel, or the other one that we had fuel in originally, and they're different colors, so I actually am going to fix that. I think I want them to be, gosh, what is it? Nope, not that one. Tab over, customize. What color are you? Scarlet red? I think that's the one I did the other one. Maybe I did. Yeah, we'll do that. What's that one? Ruby red age. Okay. And customize. Ruby red aged. Perfect. Awesome. Now the reason I did that was so I can obviously tell which one's the fuel tank, and then the reason so essentially I just kept the trailer. I thought about selling it. I'm just going to keep it as kind of extra for when we go get fuel to stock up, but I've been using that one there to get it, because that way I can just back in with this guy and just grab it. So it's just a lot easier, I think. So I also did some more forestry. As you can see, our money's gone up a fair amount. We have a lot of wood chips now, like a lot. Yeah, 430,000 liters. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to sell them pretty soon. I think we also have another 70,000 or so in the Brucks. But we're gonna go take a look. So nothing's grown at all. The growth is on, right? Slow. Okay, yeah, it should be okay. Perfect. So nothing's changed there. We're gonna go get this guy working on fertilizing our new field. So we have. Our field over here is done, so I'll show you guys that. It took me quite a while to get it done, actually. But here it is. I am worried about how workers are going to handle it. Yeah, just because I can see how those lines are. So we're gonna here's the test of it. Yep, they're not going to handle it well. That's perfect. So they're going to go backwards and forwards that way. Great. Yeah, let me. Well, that's not good. That's going to be a pain to use workers if they're not going to. All right, well, I'll let him just kind of go at it and see what he accomplishes. Back and forth might be better, though. But yeah, so I thought it looked out pretty good, but that just further proves, I guess that should be the line it should be on. That's the 45 degree there. But yeah, I guess that further proves I want to just do squared fields from now on. So I think we are going to put in a... I think we're going to put in a path right here, or a roadway. Yeah, I think just going that, and then I think we'll kind of have it head up this way. And then it will follow this here, but I'll need to obviously take out some more trees, and then I'll have it loop up and around and connect up here. Maybe I'll have this come over and then drop down, maybe something like that. But yeah, so that'll be another road that'll head up that way. So we do have this field. It looks fantastic, I think. I think it turned out pretty well for the way this terrain was before. I'll still probably extend this field up further. Well, I don't know, actually. Let's take a look. Yeah, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just do a squared field. I don't know. We'll take a look. We'll have to clear. I think what we're going to do next is, forestry-wise at least, is... since that's kind of like that, I might have this path loop up a little bit and then cut across here, and that way I know I can put a field off of that. But yeah, then I think I think the next thing I'm going to do though is probably try to connect these two areas to kind of see how we can work this back area in here. So I'll work on clearing some of this back here and getting all that deforested. I might paint something so I can have a little bit of a line so I can see what I'm doing. But that's the goal. Tomorrow we'll hopefully harvest a couple of fields. This one probably won't be ready to go tomorrow, but these two should. So that's kind of what I got going on. I just wanted to give you guys an update for tonight. I have no idea what mod I'm going to add in tomorrow, but I think for the rest of tonight, after I get this field fertilized, essentially, if I have any extra time and it's not dark yet, I'm just going to go ahead and work on setting some more logs down and getting some more forestry done. We've made decent money today off of forestry, actually. Yeah, $113,000. We actually made more today than we did yesterday, which is awesome. And we will get some BGA income today because I sold off all of the digestate. So, or not digestate, geez, silage. So we'll get some of that tonight as well. But yeah, that's just a quick update. This is what we got going on. Things are seeming to be going well. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, it is morning, and nothing's happened. I'm a little worried, actually. Yeah, I guess, is it? Growth's on, right? Yeah, slow, okay. Like, I feel like it should have, I guess it did grow up a little bit. Yeah, I guess it's in the next state. Okay, it is growing, but I feel like all day yesterday we didn't make any progress. I figured I'd wake up today and some of it would be ready to harvest, but nope. So hopefully later today, it's got to be getting close, I'm sure, but we do need to go out here, so let's hop over the map. So these two aren't quite ready, but what needs to happen over here in this soy field is we need to get that weeded. So hopefully this is okay. I think these are in the first state, so this shouldn't, ooh, this might be kind of tight. I think this will be fine. I don't think this will destroy the crops at all. Nope, okay, perfect. Good. I should be able to hire it at whatever angle that it likes to work at. Yep, that weird angle there, and then I'll go through and get just the extras. That's what I've been doing for everything. So normally what it does, it works its way up to about here, and then there's this little triangle and this little triangle at the bottom that needs to get taken care of, so not that big of a deal. So I'll do that by hand. But yeah, so that's what we got going on, I suppose. We're doing pretty good on money. We got $294,000. We're going to keep doing some different forestry type stuff. I'm thinking really heavily about getting a truck. I could get a modded one. I could look. We could get a mod today, so maybe I'll look and get a modded truck. Oh, I'm sure it's a thumbnail if I buy it, but this isn't a bad one here. 500 horsepower. This one maneuvers pretty well, which I like. But maybe I'll look and see if there's a modded one on the mod hub that I haven't used that I want to try out. So I want to try to use different equipment and such like that. But if not, we'll probably go with that guy, because what's that, 462? Yeah, for the extra 9 gram miles, we get a little extra horsepower. So that one holds more fuel. Interesting. Anyhow, that doesn't matter. I am also thinking if we do end up going with that, we will probably get ourselves a bigger trailer, which we might look at a modded one as well. But this would probably be what we go with. I mean, I know it's 78 grand, but 59,000 liters is decent to get us to transport stuff a little bit faster around the map, especially selling off our many piles and piles of wood chips and our piles of sugar beets that we get. So that's what we're looking at there. Other things we might look at maybe investing in. Again, I know I'm looking at getting one of these still, but that means we need to do a lot of sugar beets. I think we need more fields probably before we start going down that route. Sorry, I don't know what's up with my throat right now, but yeah, so that's kind of the plan. Yeah, I'm trying to think, is there anything else we really want to purchase? Oh, what we should do actually, maybe look at a modded, something that's going to create, I guess we can use a cultivator and then plow it later, but we need to get something bigger to do great fields and stuff, I think, because 4 meters isn't the greatest. I mean, 6 meters isn't that much better in all honesty. 6, 8, that's 8 there. What is the subsoil error? 8 meters at 420. That's actually not a bad way to go if we get one of those guys. Good news is that does the plowing as well, so that counts as a plowed state. But we have one of these, so 4 meters is what we're running at. I know I could get the Lizard 6M, which is a great, such a great plow, but I want to try to use different items. So I could get a disc harrow, but just the thought of that creating a field kind of is like, it's not gonna do it really. But I mean, in game it doesn't matter. But I've never really used a lot of disc harrows, I don't think. But 320, holy cow! Some of those, the 100 horsepower. Why does that one need so much? Oh, I bet you it hooks up probably to. No, it just says. Huh, I don't know why that one's so horsepower heavy. Wow, 320? That's crazy. Anyhow, I think I really like our slurry setup, so I'm not going to get anything bigger. Oh, the other thing we should look at getting, I don't think we have anything in here. I mean, actually, I think these guys hold it, don't they? Hold liquids? Yeah, they do. I guess I could store slurry in there. I'm sure how I feel about that. Well, I guess this would work. Liquid storage, 300,000 liters, 45 grand. Actually, you know what? I never use those on No Man's Land. I use the other pack, but instead of using a mod, we might as well, since we have that one in there. Is there any other ones that are going to hold slurry or anything? I don't see any. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll add one of those in actually real quick. That's just the extension. Not too bad. Yeah, let's get one of these. Seems like the weeding's going well. Let's get I'm thinking maybe just right in here. I probably should landscape that first though. Let's go over to, wow, that's actually a lot different level than I thought it would be. Interesting. Okay, I kind of like that being the level. Oh, geez, I don't want that road to be like that though. I guess it's okay. I can fix that here. There, like nothing ever happened. Okay, let's go ahead and add that in. I think that'll be a good spot for it. Just kind of tucked up here next to the trees, and then we can put extensions next to it if need be. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's get out of there and let's do some landscaping around that. Let's change over. Just kind of loop it up there and connect it up. That means I can kind of have the TLX in the background, get an auto drive route set up, and have the TLX is kind of in the background transporting slurry or digestate up to that tank, which that'll be a lot easier. And that also holds quite a bit of stuff, doesn't it? Holds fuel as well, at least I know that. Yeah, it holds water, which is, we don't really need that. Holds water. We can do liquid fertilizer, herbicide, fuel, def, digestate, slurry, milk. Okay, perfect. So I mean, I could see us storing herbicide and liquid fertilizer there at some point, so it'll be kind of nice to have that. But the main reason for us to have it is just to be able to store some digestate here. Even though we're not doing silage anymore, I think I'm going to hold on to the geez, that tractor's loud. Let's get away from it. Let's go back over here. But I think I'm going to hold on to the bunker silo for the time being, just in case we do need to make silage for some reason or anything like that. I wasn't really planning on doing animals. We might do some small animals or something, but oh, these move. That's awesome. That's funny. But yeah, sweet. So we have those there. Those are part of the No Man's Land pack by Alien Jim. That's hence the AJ Tech. But yeah, so good. That'll be that there. We'll still get plenty of digestate though, since we're still selling off plenty of sugar beets to the BGA. So we're still going to get plenty there. But I know it looks a little chaotic over here if that's the soy in the middle and then the other grass around it. But I started doing a little bit of forestry there last night. Didn't really have a lot of time. But yeah, I think I'll loop this up and have this road just head straight up this way and over to here. And then we'll try to put a field in right here, which I don't even know how hilly this terrain is through here. I mean, there's a little bit of a hill here. It's pretty smooth up here. I mean, yeah, it's hilly, but it's not super crazy. I went through and I got a bunch of the smaller trees out, but We won't come up obviously this far, but yeah, it's not actually that hilly. It slopes down a little bit that way, which it's not too bad. So yeah, we're starting to have some money. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think we should upgrade with and what we should get next, because we're making money off of forestry pretty steadily. I mean, if we can continue doing at least $100,000 a day on forestry, which I think we can, that's just 2 really big loads with our trailer. I think we are going to buy a truck though this episode, so I think I'm going to jump onto the mod hub, save out of here, and pick out a truck that I think we should buy and add it in. But yeah, so I'll get this weeded, do that, and I'm going to do some more forestry. I'll bring you guys back in when we go ahead and purchase a truck, probably, or after I bought it, probably. But that's kind of the plan. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, folks, I added in the mod of the day, and it is our new truck. Oh, it is running right behind me. Whew, our money's gone down quite a bit, but I think this bad boy is worth it. I love it. Jeez. Oh, man. This thing is legit. This is, let me show you here in the store. Let's go to trucks. It is the BSM. The reason I got it, it was not too overly powerful on the price. With painting it, it was, I think, in the bull bar, adding the bull bar in the front, it was 200,000 total. It wasn't much more, but 850 horsepower. I mean, we're jumping up quite a bit, and I wanted to have significant horsepower, so hopefully eventually we can pull another log trailer without any issues, and we can just drag this thing up and around hills, since it's gonna be mostly for logging. And it comes with that nifty light bar, so yeah. You know how police are and their fancy lights and toys. That's just how we are. But anyhow, so I thought I'd do a couple things this episode that are a little bit different from maybe my usual. First off, I don't think I've ever shown you guys how this auto load trailer works. So I can hit O on the keyboard to switch sides for loading, and there's tons of controls over there. But if I pull up and I get these logs basically in the zone, and I recommend stopping, because if you keep moving, it will kind of throw the logs askew. So then I hit B to turn it on, and it just drops them in there. It's fantastic. This thing is awesome, and I've still been billing myself for someone to, you know, theoretically come and load it up. And now, oh, well, then what I'll do is I'll hit the tension straps, turn it off, and then what I can do when I come up over here is switch sides and pull up next to these bad boys. And I mean, it'll work if you're not all the way in. Like, that should work right there. Turn tension straps off. Yeah, so it should load all those guys up. Beautiful. That thing's barely got any logs on it, but then I can turn that off, so that's not annoying me. I did put this little road in here. It's not much further in the day, but one thing I thought I would do, and I wanted to do this from above, but I don't have the good enough PC to record and play and do that kind of stuff on, where I could kind of do an aerial view of me logging. I do want to do that kind of stuff in the future. I just don't have it yet. I'm hopefully going to make some more money off the channel as we go through. And I'm able to get a second computer that can run FS in a quality that I think is worth recording. So I do have my laptop which can run it, but just low quality. So I don't want to record a low quality video at the, I just don't want to make a cool time lapse at the expense of quality. So what I am going to do though is I'm going to hop in here. I'm going to turn that auto drive screen off, and I'm going to turn that screen off. So what our goal is right now, since we have this road, I mean, I'll finish it later, but this is where we want to put our next field in, is right here. So we're going to build that road out. So I need to clear a lot of the trees out of here. So what I am going to do is I think I'm going to do a time lapse of me just clearing trees. Just kind of doing some logging stuff. I'll load that up, send that off to the lumber mill and whatnot. Well, I probably won't actually. I'll probably mostly just log this and then clean it up later. What I am going to do, though, before we start, is I'm going to go grab our whatchamacallit, the gosh, what is it called, the Brux over here. It's not on the case, it's on, oh, it's on that guy. I think it's actually full of stuff. Yeah, it's got 74,000 liters of wood chips in it. Let's just dump that guy there. Oop. Turn it on. This thing is loud too. So I think in our, how many can I put in there? Well, I'll at least fill up that, and then I'll bring this over with the trailer, and I'll get set up. That way I can use this to take out some trees as needed. I won't get rid of the stumps as I go, mostly because I want to go into this screen to make sure I get all of them, so I'll just go through and get them out later on. So I'm going to go ahead and get that all set up after I dump what I can in the silo. The silo will be full here in just a minute. And then I'll bring you guys back in. I'll probably just start off with the time lapse. So when I bring you guys back in, it will be a nice, wonderful time lapse of me just logging and doing various forestry things. So hopefully you enjoy that. If you hate it, just let me know down in the comments. If you love it and you want to see it again, let me know as well, so I just know. Because I want you guys to enjoy it, because time lapses really aren't that hard. It's just stuff that I would, when I do the forestry, I mean, I can do it off camera if you guys don't want to see me do the forestry, but if you don't mind an occasional time lapse of me building something or doing forestry or doing some farm work, let me know. I'm happy to throw them in. I could even throw one in, a short one in every episode or whatever the case may be. They're not that hard to really do, but I just want to make sure that I'm actually engaging with you guys and you guys are actually enjoying the content. That's kind of more important to me than anything else. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and get that set up, and then you guys will enjoy a nice little time lapse. Well, folks, welcome back. On that note, that is depressing, to say the least. Wow. Well, maybe I shouldn't go that fast. I almost tipped it or rolled it a bunch of times. But yeah, that's kind of fitting. A couple notes on the time lapse. When I was using the Brux, I know it removes stumps as well, but I've noticed that it's just faster to go through with the FDR to remove stumps. That's why I didn't get those, because sometimes the Brux doesn't get the underground stumps as well. And I also, that one tree I messed up by cutting it way too high, so that was why the second piece got destroyed, if you notice that. And then the other thing I noticed as well, which I know might get left in the comments, is I did destroy a really nice log on the ground with the stump cutter on the FDR, because I wasn't paying attention and I hit it. So anyhow, I guess I might as well. Yeah, that is depressing. Wow. Where are we at here? Well, you know what? I bet they won't mind if we grab this guy. Just hit. This is. Sorry, I don't know why I'm coughing so much. My throat's just kind of dry. We'll see how this goes. This can't. I mean, it's not going to go well, but wow, this thing just is kind of spider-like. There we go. There we go. That worked out shockingly well. We can probably lift that up. But this thing should have the power to. Why not? There we go. There we go. It's like, what am I doing wrong? But that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, this should have the ability to flip this over, maybe. Maybe this should be a time lapse too, just because this might take a while. We can do it. Oh, that's not good. It's, well, I guess I can auto load the logs back on, so that's not that big of a deal if I knock them off. Yeah. Did that get it? Oh wow, that's pretty good actually. Don't roll back over, darn it. Nope, don't do it. Oh my gosh. Well, it's not a Farmer Cup episode without a crash, so there you guys go. Hopefully that rollover worked out okay for you. Oh jeez. We're not doing great. It's about to roll over onto the other side. Oh, that might have done something. Maybe that did it. Nope, don't drag it with you, darn it. There you go. Now it needs to stay there. Or we can just drag it back onto the road. Okay, there. No touchy. All right, let's see if. Okay. On that note, we're gonna drive 5 miles an hour to the lumber mill. No, I'm just kidding. It's just around this corner. I mean, another corner I can roll this bad boy on, right? Yeah, okay, here we go. 30, so this thing does accelerate relatively quickly, so I just have to be careful. Pay attention to my speed. Very powerful truck. Okay, let's go ahead and sell this off here. Oh, goodness, I feel like... Yeah, okay, well, that's just... Whoa! What's going on there? That's... That was bizarre. Okay, let's go ahead and sell that. That's what I'm talking about. And then, of course, since we use the auto load, oop, there we go. I go ahead and bill us the 2,500. There we go. That's our fee. Fantastic. Okay. Well, okay. On that note, I'm gonna get back to working over here, getting some stuff taken care of. We actually made some pretty decent no, we didn't really make it that far. I mean, we made a little bit of progress, but in order to get I mean, we cut probably this section of trees out here for the most part, but to make a big field here, I mean, obviously we got a lot of ways to go. So I'll start doing some more of that to get some more of that done. A time lapse of me clearing a whole section like this would be like probably an hour or two of video. So even if I sped it up to 10 times, it would be it'd be 12 minutes, which is a long time lapse. And I think 10 times would be a very fast speed. Normally my time lapse is at the fastest, or at 8 times. At the fastest, like that's the fastest one I've ever done, and I think that's maybe a touch fast sometimes, but yeah, so anyhow, that's the kind of fun stuff I got for you. So I'm gonna get this back, and I think we have probably another 2 full, my guess would be 2 full loads of logs, so probably, I mean, we're gonna be able to pay off this truck today, which would be awesome. So I'm gonna keep working on that, and I will see you guys probably later on today in game. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, folks, of course you have to be here when we try out the new combine. As you saw during the time lapse, the soybean is ready to go. Let's take a look here. Oh, maybe. Floating, there it goes. Oh yeah, the truck's on its way back. Oh, I need to, oh, it just crashed. That, look at that. Holy cow, holy cow. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's happening. Let me see if I can deactivate the auto drive. Wow. I did. I am so glad I hit record when I did. Wow. Okay, well, I tell you what needs to happen before I do this again is we need to lower that auto drive speed down to maybe, let's do, yeah, 30 cents appropriate. Wow. Okay, the thing I wanted to check before that happened was, okay, yeah, this is ready for remove tops. I'll get that harvest going here in a second. Let's go ahead and get this started up. We're finally going to go ahead and get this bad boy rolling. All right, hire a worker here. Maybe. If it just doesn't work, that would be bad. Huh, stop for an unknown reason. Why is that? That's not good. It really doesn't want to go. It's just dragging that header on the ground or pushing it. Well, that's not good. We might have to get the smaller header. Well, that was anticlimactic. Let me, wow, that's crazy. All right, well, we have, I guess that is just that heavy for that too heavy for the combine. It must be. Well, we need a thinner header then. So let's go back into here, go into our headers. So we have, that would probably be, I don't know if that would work or not. So we have this guy. So we probably need to go with this. So we'll drop down to a 7.6 and try that out. So I'll go ahead and buy us one of those. Yes, okay. Well, we had some strange things happening there. I'll go ahead and I'll sell off that one here. We should come break even on that, I would think. Let me just drive it over here, and then I'll send this guy up to the store to pick up the other header, and then what I will do is start working on the sugar beets in the meantime, and then I'll bring it back in when we have the smaller header, and we will try that again. And I think at that point we will wrap up the episode. All right, so, oh gosh, this is a completely different combine. So I tried the in-game header, I tried the different headers, and it sat too low. It lifted the combine up on most of them, and I couldn't find a setting to adjust it or anything in the menu. So I ended up exiting out and putting in a couple of new mods and then trying those ones out. So essentially what I went with here, I took the other one out and I added in these. This is a set here, and then this one here. So I bought this guy. That one was more there wasn't a price that I could see in the mod hub, so I just downloaded it to see what it would be. So I'm pretty happy with it. It was with add-ons and stuff, it was like 217,000, so it was much more than like the $100,000 combine, much more. And then I had to use, there's not like a header that comes with it per se. This is actually also by Sid Modding. I'm pretty sure this is by Sid Modding, which the other one was too, but it's also a new combine, so it might just need an update or a tweak. It's not that big of a deal. If I'm doing something seriously wrong, let me know. I'm still probably just gonna hold on to this combine now that we have it here set up, but this one should work out just fine. So, oh, and whatever soy I did have in the other combine, I put in the silo. And two, I had a weird thing where the truck, the Fleagle trailer, so, well, I have everything turned off now, but that's because I was looking for it. But the truck and the trailer are over here now, but the Fleagle timber trailer, when I loaded back in, I went to the truck, and all the logs that had been were just on the ground, partially on the truck, and it was weird. And it said, and I was like, well, did I accidentally uninstall it or something? And I didn't. I was in our garage, and I could not find it on the map. I checked everywhere. I scoured the map for it to see if I could reset it. So I ended up selling it off and buying a new one, and I made sure we didn't lose any money on that, because we shouldn't. Because, yeah, so that was weird. But regardless, let's see how this guy goes now. This better work. But I'm using the standard in-game header. Oh, fantastic. It's working. I like the look of this combine, too. It's quite nice. It has a 17,400 liter tank, so huge, massive tank on it. This will be a good combine for us for a while. This one also is higher in horsepower, which I think will be good with all the hills we're going to be working on and stuff like that. So the header we have was $50,000 header. So, I mean, we're $275,000 deep into this. This is what I bought. So I did take out... Oof, we have $100,000 in debt, but it's going to be okay. We'll pay a little interest on it tonight, but we're making plenty of money off our forestry operations, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, to finish this out, I figured I'd tell a little police story as we're going. Continue to send me suggestions. I appreciate it. Sometimes I read them a couple episodes late, as I don't answer comments every day. Usually I take a day every like every third day or fourth day. I'll take I usually take 2 or 3 hours out of that day to answer all the comments, because there are hundreds that will appear in that amount of time. So, which is awesome, by the way. You guys are fantastic, and I don't really get a lot of negative comments, which I also want to say thank you to you guys for that. It's fantastic. And if I get one that's super like just hateful, that's just someone just being a jerk, I just remove it, because I don't. That's just kind of something that's toxic, and I don't want that on my channel or a part of it. So, I mean, I'll accept criticism. Obviously, a lot of you guys give me criticism and feedback, which is fine. And I've had people be like, hey, that's not how that works, or this is, blah, blah, blah. And I'll leave those on there. I don't have an issue with that. I'm not just taking away anything that says anything against me. I'm just taking away ones that are just like super hateful or super mean, just in the way they're written. So, just because I think that's kind of a toxic environment to have, and I don't really want that to be part of my channel. So, anyhow... I'm gonna do a tell a police story. So this one's kind of a silly one, but I think it's kind of funny. So a while ago, I went to one of the things I do, obviously, as a police officer, is I respond to collisions and investigate them and everything, and that's one way to turn around. Okay, buddy. But anyhow, I went to this one. It was a van. It was a transit driver van, which is why I kind of felt bad for the poor guy, because it was like one of those things that he didn't. I mean, it was completely. And I don't call accidents. I mean, I respond to car accidents, but they're called collisions, is what you're supposed to call them, and whatever else. But everyone calls them car accidents, so I sometimes refer to them as that. But if I tell another police officer that I went to an accident, he'll be like, "Oh, nope, that's not what it's called." He'll call me out on it, because we call them collisions. It's just what we're trained. But anyhow, so I went to collision, and it was like a transit van that was parked in the parking lot at a grocery store. Near the edge of the parking lot, so there's a major roadway there, and the driver thought he had stopped and put it in park, and then reached back to go throw a cup away in the back of the van, and had a garbage can that was in the back. And so he goes to throw his cup away, and then before he knows it, his van has just rolled off the parking lot, because he had accidentally left it in drive, or it hadn't gone in the park, or whatever the case may be. My guess is he just probably forgot, or thought he had put it in park because he'd been stopped for a while, or whatever the case may be. But anyhow, it rolls out and just hits this other car. No one was injured. It was just super slow-mo collision almost, but I was like, I'm required to issue traffic infractions if an infraction, occurred. That's just part of what I am required to do. But I was like, yeah, you don't really commit any traffic infractions. It just kind of happened. You just didn't put the vehicle in park, and that's what caused it. So I was like, yeah, I don't really have anything for you other than that sucks. But yeah, so that stuff is kind of goofy and has it. I mean, I've had people, oh gosh, I've been to so many collisions. I mean, when the snow hits, which I know it's going to hit, I'll be on day shift this year when the first snows hit, which that's obviously when all the collisions happen, or at least most of them. So, on the first snows, one officer might handle 10 collisions a day just when the first snows are happening. That's just one officer that's working, and there's multiple of us working, obviously. So, oh, collisions drive me over the edge sometimes if they're that. I don't mind taking collisions. Actually, I enjoy investigating collisions to a certain degree, but just collision after collision after collision of just people doing stuff that was not the brightest. Yeah, that's not usually the best, but anyhow, it happens. Yeah, anyhow, but so at least our combine's working now. We're getting a good yield off of this field, which is awesome. I'll work on getting the sugar beets harvested and everything like that. Some of that'll kind of start out in the start of the next episode. But for now, I think I am going to wrap up this episode. So if you enjoyed, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on your screen to join the channel. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos that I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you all for coming and watching.